Welcome to what I like to call Lodge Hill Luxury, and the owner lovingly refers to as her Ivy Cottage here at 1951 Pierce Avenue in Cambria, California. This is a large corner parcel. It's very private, and it is kept that way in part by this beautiful wrought iron fence that surrounds part of it. There is a gate for your guests to pass through, as well as a fully automatic larger gate for vehicles to pass through. The landscaping, as you can see, is pretty minimalistic and natural and simple, which makes it so that it's low maintenance and yet also still quite visually appealing. The trees have been well maintained and lovingly cared for, pruned for health as well as to let the light in. And you can see you have coastal redwoods, various types of pines that provide shade and privacy and beauty and invite all the wonderful birds that we are so familiar with here in Cambria into your yard. We will go through the custom front doors and enter the house. One nice thing about this home is that once you are on this level, you have everything that you need. Kitchen, master bedroom, powder room, living room, laundry. Everything is right here. I will first start with the kitchen. Though certainly it could be updated, as most homes could be. It has a lot of counter space. It has big, bright bay window, lots of cabinets, and who doesn't enjoy a little bit of a remodel, especially after HGTV went so popular. It seems that everybody wants to do a little remodeling of their own. Through that opening is a pantry and the laundry room. My thinking is it would be really nice to put a door there that maybe has frosted glass, maybe says pantry on it, so that you still allow all the natural light through without really actually seeing into your laundry room. I'll show you that in a moment. And you can go out here, and there is a walkway that leads around to the deck that runs the length of the back of the house. Nearly all of the windows in the house have this beautiful view, so you feel like you're in a tree house. Everything is bright and open and natural. Through this little hallway, we have storage here. We have pantry here for dishware, food, pots, pans, whatever you might need to store. And then in the laundry room, there's a folding area, there's 2 windows, more storage space, a deep sink, and washer and dryer. I think this is the perfect house for entertaining because of the size of the rooms and the excellent flow of the floor plan. You come out of the kitchen, and to your left, you have the formal dining room, something that we don't often see anymore. It's large and it has plenty of storage space for all of your serving items. And then we have the bar area and a very large living room. Again, plenty of windows, access to the large deck, fireplace, and beautiful high vaulted ceilings. This gives the sense that this is even larger than it really is, but it is quite an exquisite and large living space. There is a sunsetter shade that is automatically controlled and goes over the deck in case there is a particularly warm and sunny day and you need a little bit of shade so that you don't get too hot with all of your guests, or when you're here by yourself reading a book and just enjoying the peace and serenity this property has to offer. Again, as you can see, beautiful tree views, distant views, a large deck, and a view onto the oak tree that adorns the backyard in the terraced garden area that once again is low maintenance and naturally beautiful. Let's check out the master bedroom. So at the end of a long day, after guests have left or you've enjoyed a quiet evening at home alone, you have a large, beautiful master bedroom. There's a linen closet as you walk in. And then there are two closets. One here in the hallway, just a regular wall closet that would be maybe for the person in the relationship with less clothing. And then once you walk into the room, you have the large walk-in closet with built-ins for shoes and hanging clothes and folded clothes and everything else for the person who really has a lot. As you can see, it's a large room. You've got enough room for a sitting area and a very large bed, as you can see. With even smaller furniture, this room would seem enormous. There's a little sitting area over here with 5 windows and looks out onto the yard and onto the trees. And it's a great place for putting on makeup, putting on jewelry, working on your laptop, writing a letter, anything that you can imagine. The bathroom here has been updated. They've put in a shower, overhead shower head, tile all the way up to the ceiling, which is a very dramatic effect. There's 2 sinks, really very beautiful, unique tile that I had not seen before. And then instead of having cabinetry installed, they picked out some custom furniture which will remain to give it more of an open and airy feeling. Now, of course, the wallpaper and the carpeting and the furnishings may not be everyone's taste. Just remember to try and look past that and note the floor plan, the big space, the brightness, the openness, the potential for what your tastes and your furniture and your desires would bring to this home. Behind the bar, we have more storage and a powder room so that should you have guests, they don't need to go into your master bathroom nor go down the stairs, and you keep your area quite private. Okay, now we will go downstairs where we have 2 bedrooms and a bathroom that can be locked out from the remainder of the house. If you wanted to create a private office where someone would not have to walk through your main home, you could easily do that. Or you could make this a guest area, perhaps for your personal guests or as an Airbnb. So this door here locks out the hallway that we will look at in a moment with the bedrooms and bathrooms. We have an understair closet and the hose and attachments for a vacuum system that is housed in the garage. So on one end of this long hallway we have a large room that is set up currently as a sitting area, but obviously could be a bedroom, anything your heart desires. Another walk-in closet. Everybody loves those. And then a shared bathroom. So you walk through here and you enter into the other bedroom. Once again, a little updating would do wonders and would be a lot of fun. This area back here I think would be ideal for possibly a coffee maker and a microwave and maybe a hot plate, and then wine glasses and linens and plates and coffee cups could be stored in this cabinetry, which would make it, again, perfect for your own personal guests that come so they have their own private space, and or for vacation rental guests if you wanted to make a little extra income. This room is quite large. It might be hard to picture it because there is furniture, but you are looking at a love seat and a large desk in the corner, and just a very large open space that I think would be perfect for a flat screen TV and a nice big couch, a pool table, dartboard, and you still could get a couple of beds in here or a hide-a-bed couch, bunk bed, something. It would just make for a magnificent area for guests, for entertaining, for grandkids, anything you need. Another large walk-in closet with a window to let in the natural light. And besides the 3 big windows in this room, here is your exterior access so that you can go out onto the lower deck, which wraps around to a staircase there and takes you around to the front of the house. Another better view of the terraced backyard. And you could let your creativity run wild if you like to do gardening, or you could keep it simple just like this for the natural beauty that it already offers. Again, more storage. So a lot of times when somebody does rent out their house, they want a place where they can lock up their private things. This would be perfect. You could fit bicycles and linens, pillows, food, anything that you want in here. Or this could actually be made into a little kitchenette instead of using the space in the bathroom, so that guests would have almost a complete apartment to enjoy. Now I will swing you around to the door that leads to the garage. The garage has the forced air unit and the water heater. A door that leads onto the back deck. I'll take you there in a moment. And there's your built-in vac system and another deep sink. This is an oversized 2-car garage that, as you can see, is open and clean and well maintained, just like everything else in this house. You have the beautiful gate for your car to drive through, and this nice open, relatively level area would be perfect for parking other cars if you have guests, or a ping pong table and chairs, maybe a fire pit. The owner built this carriage house, he called it, for his 3 motorcycles. I think they were Italian and English. Now it's being used sparingly as a potting shed or a gardening area, but this would fit motorcycles, a golf cart, kayaks, surfboards, bicycles, anything that you can imagine, leaving the garage free for vehicles. Could be a little kid's playhouse. There's a nice bright window so that you don't feel like you're in a dungeon. And here is the private walkway I mentioned that guests can come down to access this deck and the back deck that leads to the 2 bedrooms and bathroom on the lower level. And finally, I will take you down into the little backyard. As you can see, this fencing is not as fancy as the wrought iron that's out front, but they wanted to really work with the natural beauty of this environment. It was they were hoping to keep the deer out and create a sense of a boundary around the property, and both of those work pretty well, except the deer do still sometimes manage to get in and rummage around. A baby was born right out in front of the house under the hedges just last year. This storage space and crawl space under the house are really great. Most contractors would tell you that it's nice to have access to the plumbing lines, the drain lines, the forced air unit ducting, in case a repair has to be made or changes are to be made. There are lots of vents so that it's not stuffy. You can see that the insulation looks dry and covers the entire area. And it's a fantastic place to store items that otherwise you don't feel like putting in the garage, and maybe you're not too concerned about them getting a little bit of moisture since it's not completely closed off. So I hope that you've enjoyed the tour. I hope that you see the possibilities and can picture your own style coming to this house and making it a beautiful home for you. Thank you for joining me.